we finally made it. I'm so sorry if you were here at 7 p.m. this evening. I had some technical issues. It's been one of those days. I've had my 3 lots of things go wrong, so we should all be good. And the final thing was that I couldn't get my video camera on my webcam to talk properly and sensibly to my computer. So it started off alright and then it just kept pausing. So here we are back again, and welcome to you. Hopefully we are indeed live. If you missed me at 7 o'clock, then I fully understand that, and hopefully you will be able to watch this on catch up if you don't spot that I have actually gone live at 7:30 this evening. So a warm welcome and good evening to you if you're watching live. It is Thursday, the 8th of August 2024. My name's Jenny McCormack, and I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the market town of Brackley, which is in Northamptonshire, and that's here in the UK. Our stamp set of the week this week is Sweet Peas, as you can see from the title, and not the sweet pea flowers, sadly. I really think we should have a sweet pea flower set because they're just so pretty and delicate. But in the meantime, we have peas. So we used this on Tuesday and the girls made some fabulous cards, and it will be our stamp set of the week, and we'll be featuring this at Coffee and Card tomorrow, Friday, and next Monday in Toaster. I'll show you quickly the cards that were made at Coffee and Card, and then I'll crack on just in case anything happens to our live. So if you've joined us, do say hi. It's lovely to have you join us live wherever you are from and whenever you are watching. So I'll quickly run through these. These are all very similar, and we've used one of the little pea pods with the 3 laughing peas in, and then this little one here with the party blower and the fancy little party hat. This one I did thanks to, and I can't remember who it was, I think it was Lexi and Caroline, but I might be wrong. It might have been Millie. And this uses the little hearts from another stamp set, one with sentiments, and I've used the single little pea, but I've coloured them in pink, and it says welcome sweet pea, perfect for a new baby girl arrival. I think I also put the little hearts on the inside, and then these 2 are the ones that I did live on Monday morning. So this one with the tag and the stamps in the background, and this one with the circle die and then the little stamps, the small foliage around the outside. So my plan was to do a large format card and a bit of fancy fold, but because of all the issues I've had today, it's going to be quite full-on stamping and masking, but it's not going to be a large card, and it's not going to be a fancy fold. I'm just going to make the most of it while I can. So I do have a Granny Apple Green base card, and I'm going to use this white piece of thin basic white card for our stamping today. And my plan is to stamp some of the little pea pods coming down the card, mask them, and then put the foliage behind, so as if it's a whole sort of bush of pea pods. And then I'm going to have a happy birthday across the bottom. So I think I'm going to start with the happy birthday, so that I know where it's going to fit. And there it is, happy birthday. Oops. a daisy. I'm going to use early espresso. There we are. So I'm just going to stamp this on the bottom. You could also put a long thin sentiment, so "you make me happy" would work on the bottom. But I'm just going to stick with "happy birthday" just for a little bit of fun. And I'm just going to stamp that, hopefully, centrally. I guess I could put it to one side, but I'm going to stick with that. Right, and then I'm going to use the sweet pea pod. I'm just using this one, which is the general one with the smiling peas. And let's put a piece of paper underneath. There we go. It's been a bit wet and miserable today. That was the first thing that went wrong, was I put my washing out and it rained. So the washing came in wetter than it went out. There we go. And then let's have this one down here. This one there. And then I could bring this one in like that. And that. So I want to give it the look of all of the peas. So you're looking at a pea bush. I think that's what they're called. They are bushes, aren't they, I think. Okay, and that one. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is, while I was waiting for the system to come back up again, I did stamp and fussy cut at least two of these. So let's pop, I think I might need to do another two. I might as well, really. So I just stamped that really quickly. So what I'm going to do is cover these up and then stamp the foliage behind it. That's my plan. Now, it's not an original idea. I saw it done by another Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I honestly can't remember her name. I will try and find the video because it was on YouTube. Let's just stick this down a little bit so that these pieces will stay put. Okay, right, just quickly grab another one of these, and just make sure when you're stamping that you're either using a nice thin post-it note. You could also use some scrap thin paper, or you could use our masking paper. There we go. Make sure it's on the sticking bit. If not, you can just stick it down on the outside. Oh, bless you, Trudy. Oh, poor Trudy had a bit of an accident this week. I hope you're feeling okay. I presume you're not working or driving in your instance. So I'm playing with the sweet peas, which I know you have this stamp set, and what I'm doing is adding a whole bunch of stamped peas in their pod, masking them, and then popping the foliage behind to make it look like we're just looking at a pea bush filled with smiling peas, and then we've got happy birthday at the bottom. So I'll hopefully explain what I'm doing. So at the moment I have stamped another set of peas in their pods on a post-it note, and I'm just cutting out 2 layers of post-it note. No, I'm not surprised. And is it any better, and did they give you anything at A&E? Or did they just give it a good rinse maybe? It looked very, very sore, Trudy, when I saw it on the photo. Right, so I'm just finishing trimming these little peas in their pods, and make sure if you do this that you keep your little mask so that you can reuse it next time. Okay, not really worried about that tiny little piece at the top. So I've got those in place. Now I'm going to have 2 more. So, and I've just stamped this all the way over a 9.5 by 9.5 inch centimetre, sorry, card. Okay, so I'm just going to concentrate, whoops, on this bit first, on the top right hand side, and then I will remove the mask and reset it. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is use garden green for the foliage. Which is just 2 hand here. Okay, so I've got the large piece of foliage with the curly bit at the end. That's this one here. I'll just stamp it so everybody else can see it. Sorry, Trudy. Trudy waited 3 hours to be told should have gone to Oxford. Took a taxi another 4 hours and no chemist had the eye drops. Oh, that's really annoying. Bless you. Okay, so let's ink up this piece and stamp one in there, here. Let's move this one over. I haven't done proper masking like this for quite a while, so it's a good bit of practice. So I'm trying to make it look almost like it's connected. Okay, let's put this one in there. Right, and I can move these down to here. And the reason we're covering the peas up is we want the peas to be sort of in the front of our picture and the foliage and everything behind. Obviously, I guess you could do it the other way as well. Maybe I use... No, I'm going to stick with that one, I think. So, let's have this coming across. Just double check when you're stamping that all the pieces you're stamping over have been covered up. And there's this one at a jaunty angle. Folding that look a bit back. Okay, let's have a look and see what that looks like. I can always add a few bits in if I need to. Like so. Looks a bit busy, I know that. But hopefully these will stand out. Let's just add maybe a little bit of foliage. just wipe that. So I'm just covering these back up again. I guess I could have used a different foliage leaf. I could have used a solid one, because then I wouldn't have to colour them in. So this is the smaller one. Need one there. Right. I think that will do. Okay. So we're peeling off those pieces like so. Let's shut the ink pad up. I'll do a quick amount of colouring and see what that looks like. So for my leaves, I'm just going to use dark, I need to take my glasses off, dark granny apple green for the centres, and then light granny apple green for the rest. So apart from Trudy having poorly eyes, I hope everybody else is well. Don't forget we have our paper sale on until the end of August, and that's 15% off some of our standard papers from our annual catalogue. Okay. I think I've got most of those. Let's find a light granny apple just to finish those off. So I'll try and do this colouring as quick as I can. Obviously, if you wanted to, you could stamp and cut out the peas and have them on top of the foliage behind, or you could stamp a large foliage and then pop the peas on top. There's no dies that go with this set, it's just purely stamps. Okay. Make sure I've got all the bits and pieces. I think that is one there. Sometimes you can't always tell, but I don't think anybody else is going to notice. She says hopefully. Okay. And I think I'm going to give either my pea pods or my peas a yellow tint just to make them stand out. There's a leaf there. From the leaves. There we go. There's one tucked in there. There's usually one I miss. Come to the end. There we go. Right, what have I missed? Those are all intact. There's one. There's one. Okay. So, Let me see, let's add a little bit of yellow. Hey Babsy, thanks for joining us. So let's just put a little bit of yellow on one side here. They're rather fun, aren't they? Okay. So I'm just literally quickly colouring these in. This is definitely not a masterclass on colouring. Right, there's one there. Oops, missed these. There we go. Right, so it's a little bit of yellow on there to start with. And then, let me see, what have I got? A lot of granny apple greens. I could do with, let me see, got soft sea foam here. Light, oh that's light mint macaron, that might do. So it's a retired colour, but I'm still using the blends until they run out. Let's get tidy that up there. Okay. I would always say start light because you can add more colour. You can take some colour away by using the colour lifter, but as a general rule, it's easier to go darker. Right, I've decided that's too pale. What does this look like? Okay. So there's that one. Let me lift that up so you can see. I think it probably still needs to go brighter and darker, if that's possible. So this is Dark Parakeet Party. That's a better pea colour, isn't it? I remember when I was a youngster being at my grandma's and popping peas out of their pods. That's nicer. Okay, so let's try this just as it is. Yeah, so I've laid that little bit of yellow down underneath on the edges. I'm going to leave the little mouths white. There we go. So I'll speak as quick as I can. This is where when it goes to YouTube I really need to speed it up, but the problem is it just takes so much time to edit it all on YouTube, and I'd much rather just get it out there because you can speed it up and, you know, speed through it. And also I like to show it as is rather than edit out any mistakes. Okay, right, it's going to be speedy as I can with these ones. It's quite windy out there, I can hear it sort of blowing around. But it's supposed to be nice for the weekend. And I didn't get wet on my dog walk, but it was rather eventful. Okay, so this is Parakeet Party, if you're wondering which colour. That's a pod, there's a P. So those are my peas in their pods. Now the question is, I really want a different colour for the outside. So I've used Granny Apple Green for the foliage. So let me grab my colours. So I'm thinking possibly Old Olive. Let's start Old Olive. I've also got Mossy Meadow and all of the other, every green pen that I own is out there. So let me see, I'm just going to colour in here. Could do with it just slightly lighter than that. Let me see. If I had a light Old Olive, that would be good. Right, apologies. Here we go. It's this one. Ta-dum! Right, Old Olive. Right. Let's see if that's better. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So glasses off, and I'm just going to do these. Oh, there's not much in here. Eek. Just see if I've got another Old Olive pen in my stash. And if not, I will need to order one. Granny Apple. Mossy Meadow. Light Mossy Meadow might do the trick. Let's see if that, which is the better colour. So these blends pens come now as a pack of 2. That's slightly lighter, isn't it? They used to come individually, but now they're a pack of 2. Okay. Alright, I'm happy with that. I think that will be fine. Alright, so fairly quickly. I'm not doing any shading, mainly because of the time. Okay. Let's take my glasses off. And I think I might do the stalks in a slightly, in a crumb cake or something. And I know some of the stalks are not attached to foliage. And what I might do is just use a blending brush with a little bit of blue, or I could use a blends pen and colour that background with as a pale blue. Like so. Lift up so you can see. Right. So yes, I think I'm going to do the little stalks in crumb cake or something similar. Oh, I've missed a little pea there, look. Okay. You don't often see, or certainly hear, peas in their pods at the supermarket. I know you tend to in France, things like that. Okay, nearly done, folks. Thank you for being so patient. If you've just skipped through this, that's absolutely fine. So I have parakeet party for my bright peas. Granny apple green for my foliage, which I stamped in garden green. And then I stamped the peas in their pods in early espresso. So not forgetting that pea in the corner. And have I got all of the pea pods? I think I have. So let's just colour that cheeky little one there. Oh, that's dark parakeet, never mind. I'm going to add a little bit of that yellow. There we go. And also it does lighten. And let's add a bit of crumb cake or something for my stalks. I've got, not that one. Dark crumb cake. Go. And I could have coloured these in with a darker green to match the foliage, but it is what it is. Okay, cover that bit in. There's going to be something I've missed, isn't there? Tell me if you can see. Yes, there it is. That one. There we go. Right, so am I going to use a blending brush? I think I am. Just so you don't have to sit and watch me do more colouring. So let's see if I've got a decent blue one to hand. That will do. I don't want it too dark. And I'm just going to pop these back on. And I've just seen the leaf that I missed. I think I do need a little bit more balmy blue. So I'm getting ready for our class in Buckingham on Saturday. I do have a few spaces left if anybody would like to join us. It's a really nice location. It's at Buckingham Library, and we have all the facilities there, so tea and coffee and our own cloakroom, and lovely lighting and good sensible tables. So if anybody wants to join us, you'd be most welcome. Just drop me a message, as long as I know before 9 o'clock tomorrow evening. I can include you in my kit preparation. And if you'd like to see the cards, I can show you the cards straight after this. Live. Let's add a little bit in here. Here. Let's pop this one in. I'm not worrying about the leaves that I'm going over. Go. Let's move this one down here, and it's just filling in that background a little bit. It doesn't have to be solid. I'm just going to come round this one. I'm glad I stuck to a small card. I think we would have been here all night if I'd left it as a standard size card, which was my original plan. Right, do tell me that we're still live. Okay. Go. Alright, let's see what that looks like. There we go. Cute. I do feel that this little chappy here should be attached, but then this one isn't either, so maybe I don't need to worry about it too much. Let's just add a little bit more blue in those gaps and pop it on its card base, and we're done. This is the little leaf I missed out. And that was dark and light granny apple green for the leaves. There we go. Cute. I'm sure years and years ago there used to be cards just covered in peas and sprouts and things like that. Might be wrong. Okay, so that can go onto there. I think I might put a very narrow border of early espresso on there. got an offcut here, just otherwise it's a lot of green, and then we're done. There we go. So my card is probably 9.9, my little piece there is probably 9.2. Oops. My blade popped off. Look at this. Okay, can't remember what I did now. 9.7. See what that looks like. It's only going to be a narrow border. Yeah, that just about works. So let's pop this layer on first. Go like that. So this base card is 9.9 centimeters by 9.9. It means you can get 3 out of an A4 piece of card, and this will be about 9.5 normally. And I've just had a funny thought, and that we have some papers called Market Goodness. I wonder if they've got any peas in there. I'll have to have a look. There we go. There he is, our set of peas in the foliage. So I might have to put another little foliage stamp in there. I might. I'll see. Depends on how much it offends me that it's in the air. And that is it. We are done. So, thank you so much for joining me for my belated start to our session this evening. And yeah, so just stamping and masking this evening, and we've used happy birthday, but obviously you could use any sentiment in there. And there are some fun sort of play on words sentiments that go with this. So we've got welcome sweet pea, you make me happy, and hello grumpy. And the hello grumpy has got a very grumpy pea, and quite a few people have said I wouldn't know who to send that to without offending somebody, but I do know a couple of people whose family members are called grumpy for all sorts of reasons, whether it's because somebody couldn't pronounce grandpa, or whether it's because they are grumpy. So yeah, so that will keep those people happy. So I hope you like it, and thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to crafting with you again soon. Let me quickly show you those 3 cards from our class on Saturday. So it's this one here, sending you lots of love. Use this thoughtful wishes papers, and then when you open it up, it's got a pop out section, and then your sentiment goes in there. I need to put happy birthday in there. And then we've got this one that uses the thoughtful wishes specialty paper, which is foiled, and then 3 panels of the same paper there, and then I've got 2 die cuts, one in silver, one in vellum, and a little silver ribbon. And that one says thank you, but you could have it saying anything, and these are available in different colours, so you'll have a choice of those colours. And then finally we have a card that has come from an idea by Michelle Last, who happens to be my team leader. And you can have this ribbon attached if you want. It's entirely up to you. And then this section folds open, this triangle folds open. This is all embossed. And then you have your message or sentiment on the inside. And I put thank you here on a little banner. So as I said, you can put this ribbon on and have it attached to the back if you wish, and it obviously stands up as a normal card. It's just got an extra layer on top. Just hoping I can tie that bow again. Now I've cut it down a little bit. I love this ribbon. It's nice and easy to tie bows, even when you haven't got much to play with. So there we go. Those are our 3 cards for this Saturday in Buckingham. The class cost is £25, and you get all of the components you need for your 3 cards. And as I said, lots of different colours you can choose from. You get some of the Thoughtful Wishes paper and also the specialty paper. So if you would like to join us, do just email me or message me. Just bear in mind that if it's a Facebook message, they don't always get to me. So if you're ever in doubt and I haven't replied, please just send an email to me. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Have a great evening, morning, afternoon, depending on when you're watching and where you're watching from. Thanks for joining me. Do take care. Bye for now.